Time really flies, doesn't it? I can't believe it's been over a year since I set up my Hackjob Blu-Ray setup last year. Well, let's have a little fun with this, shall we? Dun 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 da, dun 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 da. There it is, the portable USB 2 Blu-ray drive that I picked up last year for the Hackjob Blu-Ray setup. Still works perfectly. Only problem I've been having is the software's been a pain in the neck. I've swapped out a little too much hardware and gone a little too patch crazy with patching the heck out of the Blu-ray program that I have. So I got a lot of discs right now that require a lot of fiddling in order to get them working. So I figured what I'd do is I'd axe the program, reinstall it with a clean install, and set it up right and all that other fun stuff. But I figured before I reinstalled the program, while I had the program not installed on any computers, I figured what I'd like to do is take this drive and see if I can put together a portable Blu-ray kit with this laptop I recently picked up that I think might have enough punch to play Blu-ray movies. So let's take this drive and let's see if it works. Okay, we're about ready to roll here. First, the laptop in question is this compact model SH1T. No, just kidding. It's actually a Presario CQ62. It was an El Cheapo Staples Special. It's like 300 something. It was on sale for like $120 off. So I figured, hey, you know, cheap laptop, more horsepower, some rudimentary graphics acceleration with the Mobility Radeon chip. Why not? It's running Windows 7 Home Premium, my first foray into the wonderful world of Windows 7, but obviously I've turned most of the eye candy off. You'll see it when I start opening some windows on this monster. But it's got an AMD Athlon 2. It's got AMD Vision, whatever that means. I'm looking at the sticker on the case. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty decent. The screen is like 720p-ish or so, but it does 1366 by 768 for its native resolution. But it does have a video output, I think like a D-sub on the back, so I'm hoping that maybe the graphics drivers, if I hook this up to an HDTV via a D-sub cable or VGA cable, maybe what'll happen is it'll detect it as an external monitor and allow 1080p, 1920 by 1080 resolution on the main TV, and then on here it'll just be a panning resolution. It'll just pan the screen when you hit the edge of the screen. But we'll figure that out later. I want to see if Blu-ray works. I tried some benchmarks on this versus my main desktop system that does run Blu-ray movies, and this thing scored almost as high, which kind of lets me know that my desktop's getting a little old. Okay, enough sitting here. This is practically a radio-style vlog with the camera not moving. There's the old plug-in Blu-ray drive. You've seen that before. A mouse, so I don't have to use that stupid little joypad thing, especially with how hard it is to see on there because it kind of blends in with the rest of the laptop. And of course, an additional camera and some Blu-rays, including, of course, Season 1 of Lie to Me. I want to try a bunch of them, though, so the various titles I'm going to try playing, see if this thing works or not. Lie to Me Season 1, Kingdom of Heaven, the Director's Cut, Shark Week, the Great Bites Collection, love that one. Baraka, huge eye candy in this one. 007 Casino Royale, and of course, who could do a Blu-ray anything without The Dark Knight? Although I actually saw an Amazon sale that had The Dark Knight on sale for like $9 or something somewhere. I'd have to go take a look, but hey, yeah, I already have the Blu-ray, so why not? Okay, enough panning the camera around and chit-chatting and stuff like that. Let's start installing Total Media Theater and see how much of this stuff actually works. Plus 200 stupid points for not moving the install file from one machine to the other. Oops. Okay, slight delay here as I bring the big monster out of standby. Windows XP, man. Alright, where'd I put that file? Nah, just kidding. Okay, the file's downloaded. Let's shut this thing off.
Get off my computer, you little piece of...
Okay, we're done. Done with the big machine. We are now officially on our own. Alright, let's do this. Regular installer, go! Permitter, what is it? Allow her to... I gotta look that commercial up later on. Alright, let's install this beast. This is the download from July 30th, 2009. Yeah, I think that's like when I first got the darn thing. You know, we just apply the patch over the top of it. Alright, end user license agreement, blah blah. Oh, username and license key. Access granted. So, we're in. Let the madness continue. Installation complete. Yeah, that's cool. Let's restart the darn machine like it wants to. Anytime now. That's more like it. Alright, start, run, Total Media Theater 3. Let's get this boring Windows desktop. As you can see, of course, I got all the stuff turned off. We got Windows Classic and things like that going. I don't really care much for whatever they call the latest eye candy that they're stuffing on Windows machines these days. Alright, there's our Total Media Theater 3. Now let's put a disc in the Blu-ray drive. If this squeaky cheap tripod will stop making tons of noise. Let's go with Lie to Me Season 1 here, and let's load this thing and see if it even plays. Oh shoot, that's right. Little patches thing appeared on the screen. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. I've still got to install the darn patch. Patch this thing up to the latest version. Okay, well let's just consider this like a trial run or something with the original version from last year, which I'll bet isn't gonna work because I got the red screen of death when I installed this a long time ago. Yeah, there we go. The application requires an update to allow continued playback of some discs. Yeah. This program actually predates, I think, the release of Lie to Me Season 1 on on Blu-ray, so I definitely have to update that latest patch before giving this another go. Okay, now we can run that patch. Oh, man, I get too wrapped up in doing these types of videos these days. Okay, any second now. Why is the CD drive spinning up? This is not something on a CD. Auto detect. Okay, let's update this piece up. Anyways. Dun 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 dun. Another restart. Such is the way in the Windows world. Okay, while the Mac fanboys are scratching themselves on the back and give themselves a round of applause, let's restart the laptop again. Program almost didn't close. Okay, we are patched, we are updated, and we are restarted, or at least the computer is. Anyways, let's actually get a little analog here and just spit the disc out and put it back in, and have it detect the disc that way. Okay, that way. All right, Blu-ray, Hackjob Blu-ray. This is Hackjob Blu-ray to go. Take 2. Let's see if Season 1 of Lie to Me fires up on the laptop. Dun, 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 dun. Blinkety blink time with the light. Yeah, that gets annoying in a room with a big TV and the lights turned down when you're trying to watch a movie. So yeah, one of the problems with that drive, of course. Of course, this tripod's a plastic piece of junk, so it's really squeaky and makes all kinds of noises that tripods shouldn't make. At least good ones, anyways. Okay, so we got blue lights and anything on the screen? At least it's not saying, I need a patch first, or anything stupid like that. Okay, any minute now, blinkety blink drive. Alright, still on the screen. Oh, screen went blank. Now let's see if it gets any further. I still got blinkage on the drive. It's not freezing or anything. I'm not getting any red screens of death saying, you need another update on your Blu-ray player, which I got the first time I tried playing this collection. Ah! Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not a bad error message. This content doesn't support a mouse. Would you like to enable the ARC saw? Yeah, don't show this again. It puts a little remote control in the corner. Ah, nice. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Sweet. It's playing. We have, ladies and gentlemen, Hackjob Blu-ray to go is up and running. It's alive! Sorry, I don't make a very good Dr. Frankenstein. There's our FBI warning, so let's quickly point the camera at nothing. As it goes through the warnings in glorious high definition, so you can actually read the little warnings about unauthorized reproductions if you're one of those folks. Sweet! It's playing! And it's not skipping frames in the preview with that 24 stuff. Okay, let me hit next a couple of times. Of course, the sound is absolutely craptaculous, or if that's even a word. Ooh, Dollhouse on Blu-ray Season 1. Too bad that one got canceled. Anywho, 20th Century. Oh, get that off the screen, because I know 20th Century Fox is very picky about their stuff. Alright, I just happen to love this show. There it is! The menu screen on a laptop. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Blu-ray going on a laptop, for Pete's sake. Of course, it's got an ATI Mobility Radeon, so it's kind of, we're kind of biased like that. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, let's spit the disc out. I'm going to find that promo that says, "It's not a dream, it's Blu-ray." And that's when I'll switch the cameras and stuff back on, because we had that in the Hackjob Blu-ray video last year, so we might as well bring it back for the portable version. Plus, I want to see if there's any frame drop while I was playing that HD that HD promotional material. This is awesome. Now, this laptop is a piece of junk as far as features go. The only thing it has is a regular old D-sub port, but I can still hook up to an HD TV with that and basically use this thing as like Blu-ray to go. I don't know, with how smoothly this installation has gone, I may not even bother reinstalling this program on the desktop. I'll just keep it on this laptop and have Blu-ray to go. Sweet! Only problem is, of course, the built-in display only does 1366 by 768, so that's around 720p-ish in terms of quality, but I'm hoping that if I hook this up to the big TV or something like that, it'll detect as a monitor, which will give me the option of cloning to both displays at 1080p resolution and having the 1080p on the built-in panel pan around. Of course, I can also plug in a USB hub, mouse, and keyboard, just close the cover entirely, which on some laptops shuts the monitor, quote-unquote, panel, whatever, off completely. Let's find that trailer.
It's not just a dream. It's Blu-ray.
And it works just as good as it ever has. Let's see if this, as soon as this and I ejected the disc and it froze the, oh, there it goes. And it's just as good. I thought it was going to freeze the laptop there for a second. And it works just as good as it ever has, and probably ever will on this thing. But yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, we got Blu-ray to go with this thing. Sweet. And for my own future reference, that "It's Not a Dream, It's Blu-ray" thing was part of the Rock, which makes sense because this was the first Blu-ray movie I actually saw. Picked this up, I think, in a store or something like that. Anyways, yeah. Now, obviously, what are some drawbacks going to be with this setup? Obviously, there's no surround sound. It's a laptop. It's only got a headphone jack. There's no optical out of any sort. And the only thing you have is a D-sub jack for graphics to hook up to an HD TV, so there's no HDMI port. But when I picked this thing up, I didn't really think I was going to be using it for something like this, but now that I know that it's got the punch and it can handle it, I'm actually thinking of acting kind of like the Hack 5 folks and avoiding some warranties here, seeing if I can get a BD-ROM drive to replace the optical drive with, because this thing does DVDs out of the box. But if I just check there's nothing written on it, it tells me what it can do. But yeah, I don't think this drive plays Blu-ray movies, if I remember right. That would have probably shot up the price of the laptop, because BD-ROM drives, especially in laptops, are still rather expensive. But I'll toss around the idea. I mean, it'd be kind of nice if I could buy another copy of this program, or if the license allows, or get my license expanded or something to have it on 2 machines or something like that. It'd be kind of cool to have this going here and have Blu-ray on the go, and then have it going on the big machine, and then put in like an internal BD-ROM drive that fits in this laptop, if there even are any, and then have this thing hooked up to the main machine for 1080p, huge TV, and now, of course, I got a AV receiver doing the sound on the computer because I got sick of computer speakers and their gimmicks. We'll talk about that some other time. So that'd be kind of cool, though, because I actually have a Dolby Digital Live sound card now. So I use one single Toslink cable to run all the audio from the computer. That's another vlog for another day, though. I'm just glad that Hackjob Blu-ray on the go works. And yeah, does it work. Cool. Okay, now that we know it works, let's shut this thing off and see if it hooks up to the big screen the way I think it will.